Hello, this is Kiana Freitas with the GuesSING app, and we are about to go over the alpha stage on what I have created so far and completing all of the core features. And then we will go over what needs to be done for the beta release. So let's go ahead and log in. All of the login features work as far as creating a new user, sending an email to the user so that they can go and verify that that's them, and then also like forgot your password and signing in using Facebook. All of this works at the moment. So let's go ahead and log in. The first screen is going to pop up is the game tab. We also have a feed tab as well as settings. So in the game tab, we're going to go through that first. We have cards that hold the name of the deck. We have a picture, and then we also have whether it is group or judge. Those are the two different gameplays. Normal and expert. Normal is 60 seconds throughout the game, and expert is 30 seconds throughout the game. Then we have a segment and control at the top that has either the free decks, create your own decks, or purchase decks. So the free decks is what we actually give to the users and allow them to have, a few decks on us. And then if you go into create, this is where the user can create their own decks. Looks like there isn't any right now. So let's go to edit my decks, and then it tells you that it's empty. So go ahead and use the plus to create a new deck name. Let's just do testing deck number 1. Okay. And then let's add like 2 more just to see how it works. So deck 2. And then if you go into the actual deck itself, this is where you actually create the phrases. So there isn't any in testing deck 1, so let's go ahead and add a couple phrases like hello, I don't know, me, and then so on. So if I go back into my decks, I have different ones. If I go into deck 2, there isn't any. We didn't add any yet. So if I go back out and go back into testing deck 1, and we have hello and me. We can also go ahead and delete. It has error handling. If you go back and go back in, then we have these. So this is just pretty much a credit application, where we can create and delete, update, and then it actually creates those decks in your actual game tab bar so that you can actually play it. So if I go into purchase, this is where you would go ahead and purchase the different decks. So if I go into purchase, it says, do you want to purchase this deck for 99 cents? Are you sure? Just some error handling. Yes or cancel. So yes. Okay. So if I go into feed, there's 2 different things in feed right now, where you actually have the name of the person that posted something as well as the image, whether you want to like it or not, add a comment, and so on. So if I go into post in the top right corner, this is where you can actually post stuff, and then just want to do a test run, done, and share. So if I share it, then it's going to update the feed wall, and at that point you have 3 different things on the feed. If I go into settings, the entire settings is finished. If I go into my profile, I can add an image if I want to, or I can change my profile name. If I go into tutorials, then I have the different tutorials to watch. It just takes you straight to the YouTube channel, and that's where you can watch the tutorial for the application. Then we also have credits, like if I go into Passion Santos, it has her bio, and then you can go to her Instagram or her Facebook. That takes her straight to that. Okay. So the core features that I was able to complete was the gameplay, having the free cards, having the free decks complete and ready to go. Also the create decks, allowing the user to create their own decks and being able to play using those phrases and decks as well. The purchase part, where it has the purchase decks. The feed is another core feature that I wanted to complete, where it actually has the feed and everything showing, as well as being able to post. And then the entire settings features are all done as well. Logging out, logging in, those are key features as well. So I was able to finish all of that. I was also able to finish the game play as well. So let's go ahead and go into, let's just do Hawaiian. We'll press expert. Another key feature within the gameplay that I was able to complete was asking whether you want the camera to be on or you want the camera to be off. So let me show you an example of that. So if I wanted the camera to be on, now I can actually play the game while recording a video so that, you know, we can record people playing it while they're playing the game itself. Once it's finished, it saves that video and allows you to actually go back and watch it. It'll start playing that video that we recorded. Okay. Then it has your scoreboard. And if you wanted to play the game without the video, you can just press no, and then you can actually play the game without the video function. So for the beta release, there are a few things that actually need to be done, and these are mostly supplemental features. So the first thing that we're going to talk about that needs to be done during the beta release would be the purchase part. So this is actually when the user goes in to purchase a deck, they can actually choose, you know, whether yes or cancel. But if you hit yes, I'm going to have the feature where you can actually allow the user to use their Apple ID to purchase the deck. So that's going to be a feature that I'm actually going to have to work on this week during the beta stage. It shouldn't be too hard. If anything, it'll go on to the stage after that, and then at least by the end of this project, I will have it completed. There are a few like law things that need to be done first. I was looking into it a lot, and Apple requires you to have like a tax ID and all of that stuff. So I'm in the process of getting that information so that I can actually get all of that completed. If not, I'm just gonna have to figure out another way to do it. Another supplementary feature that needs to be finished would be the gameplay. So switching between group and judge. That will actually be pretty easy. I'll have that done before the beta release. That's basically just changing the way that the game works. So in the group run right now, you're playing with the entire group. But when you do judge, you actually have one person that's the judge, and there's two different groups, and then that person is judging whether, you know, group one either got the phrase first or group two got the phrase first. And then at the end, it'll have, you know, team one or team two that has the higher amounts or not. So that's going to be a pretty simple supplementary feature to add, and that's going to be done through the beta release. Another one will be in the feed, where you actually have to go into friends and you can connect to other people, you know, people that you actually know, and then, you know, have a bunch of friends and people to follow you, and you follow them, and then they get to see your feed and then you get to see theirs. During the beta release, I'm also going to have all the loading and progress bars, activity indicators, that kind of stuff going, so that when you go to a page and if it takes a little too long, then it'll allow the user to know that it's just taking some time. Throughout this week, I'm also going to be working on simple error handling, but most of it is kind of complete. That's what I have for the alpha stage, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much.